Now, how could this be on The Guardian on July 4th and no one hear about it unless information was blocked? And evidently there's a leaked video. Maybe it was downplayed so none of the media covered it. They were told not to cover it, but evidently they had an explosion at a French nuclear power plant, and doesn't look good. It says here, French nuclear power plant explosion heightens safety fears. I wonder if this is what the web bot is talking about, leaked information that starts near riots, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But it goes on to say here, an explosion sparked. Now you notice it says an explosion sparked a fire at the French nuclear power station on Saturday, just 2 days after the authorities found 32 safety concerns at the plant. I bet you this was covered up by the NRC. They were told not to put anything on the media, especially after what was going on at Fukushima. The blaze at the Tricastin plant in Drôme in the Rhône Valley sent a thick cloud of black smoke into the sky. A wind sent it south over a nearby motorway on one of those busiest travel days of the year as the French left for their summer holidays. EDF, which runs the power station, said the incident took place in an electrical transformer situated in the non-nuclear part of the plant and had not resulted in any radiation leak or any other contamination. Now, I have seen transformers blow, even big ones, and they don't put out black smoke like I'm going to show you in this video. A statement issued by the energy giant raised further concerns as it omitted to mention the explosion only of fire and not give the cause of the blaze. This event happened in the non-nuclear part of the installation and had no radiological consequences on the environment and the population. Bullshit, I say. The fire brigade was immediately called to the fire and was rapidly brought under control. Nobody was hurt, it said. The EDF added that the plant's #1 reactor was not in operation at the time of the fire, having been closed for its annual maintenance. Excuse me, but there was steam coming out of the top of the stack, so it was operating. Police confirmed there was no environmental contamination. I wonder how much that bribe cost. In 2007, an ASN report had concluded that the site must make improvements in management and training and criticized the plant's procedure for dealing with fires as taking too long. The following year, uranium leaked from the #2 reactor during a cleanup operation and contaminated local rivers. Swimming and fishing were banned as a precaution, although one of the oldest reactors in use in France. The ASN agreed last year that the working life could be extended for the plant for another 10 years. The safety measures revealed last week included greater protection against fire, flooding, and earthquakes, including improvements to the methods of cooling of the reactor fuel rods in order to lessen the risk of an explosion of hydrogen at the heart of the reactor. The ASN said the faults in the reactor were known and under surveillance, and ordered that a new safety measure should be completed before December of 2014. Well, I guess that report should have stepped up the date. A week ago, the French President Nicolas Sarkozy bucked the anti-nuclear trend sweeping Europe since the Fukushima disaster, pledging €1 billion of investments in atomic power as well as substantial resources to strengthen research into nuclear safety. France has 58 nuclear reactors, 34 of which are reactors of the type at Tricastin and have an average age of 28 years. About 74% of the country's electricity comes from nuclear sources, and it's the world's largest net export of nuclear energy. Gee, no wonder they covered it up. Sarkozy said France was known to be considerably ahead of other countries in terms of atomic power technology and safety. Well, they weren't on that plant, were they? Our power stations are more expensive because they are safer, he said last week. After Fukushima nuclear accidents in March caused by the combination of earthquake and tsunami, the French Prime Minister asked the ASN to carry out an open and transparent audit of the country's nuclear installation. I guess that's the party line across the world, to have open and transparency for government, huh? What a bunch of hogwash. Audit of the country's nuclear installation, examining the risks of flood and earthquake damage, loss of power and cooling, and emergency accident procedures, to examine if any improvements could be made. Its conclusions are expected by September. And it goes on to say it was not a nuclear accident but an incident that was seen and raises questions about security of the plant. Alright, I'm going to show you the video now. I don't think it was a transformer. I think they're covering up. Alright, watch this.